Welcome back to Sun Crypto. In today's content, we're going to talk about BTC, and then we're going to talk about the current dump, and we're going to see if Bitcoin going to get some support right around 6,900, or if Bitcoin going to get a big support right around 8K. So as you can see on the screen, guys, that's the 45-minute candle. We got a big reversal, especially on the 45 minutes or the hour. It doesn't matter which one you want to take a look at. We got a big reversal, and then the next short-term target you could be looking for BTC just for the within the next few hours. You could be looking for at least BTC to get some sort of like a pullback right around like a 50% pullback, a possible like another fake out, a 50% move to the upside, just about like a 80 to 100. If like we drop down to like a 8K, we could push back up to like 8150 to 8200 in that level before facing more sell-off. Okay, so it's a similar move we got right around this area. You can see right around like a 84.30, 84.50, we got this nasty sort of a three-way move pullback before dropping to the before dropping further. We got similar move right around this area again. We got this pump, we got this big drop, three-way move, drop down, and then push to the upside. So this is basically repeating the same exact move, and this pump could validate a possible head and shoulder. And if you're pretty conservative, you don't have to take a look at the entire head and shoulder. We talked about this head and shoulder on my previous public live stream. And if you want to join our Telegram group or join our Discord premium members, you can at least subscribe to the Telegram group by clicking the link under the description and then join our Telegram group, right? So you can see this head and shoulder. You can either look for a one-to-one extension from the neckline to the head, or you can just look for a 1.27 extension of this right shoulder. Okay, 1.27, it is going to be roughly around like a 77 to 78. If you're looking for a one-to-one extension, you could be looking for BTC to drop down roughly around some very low numbers. Okay, so you could be looking for one-to-one extension, going to be roughly around like a 66. Okay, one-to-one extension of this correction. So a possible head and shoulder is very possible, very probable, with a 50 to 6% chance we're going to be making this move. So Bitcoin is extremely bearish. One of the reasons, guys, I was telling you last night, we most likely going to be facing some sell-off very soon, but I also gave you like some possible target to the upside in case like the breakout came. You take a look at your 50 EMA, okay, on the daily, and then your 21 EMA on the weekly. That's what I gave you. Okay, two targets. If you're pretty bullish, you could be looking for, if you're still bullish, okay, if you're still bullish, I'm extremely bearish, but let's say you want to stay on your long, you can see like you could be targeting the 50 EMA on the daily or the 21 EMA on the weekly. Okay, that's the same target you could be anticipating, but it is too market is too bearish for like a BTC to make this strong move to 8800 like on the weekly. Especially on the weekly, we're most likely going to get another heavy rejection down to this level. So but since like we got a current rejection, we just have to stay focused on our short position, and then see like if we're going to drop down to this 76 to 78 level. So let me take a look at the chart room. I just wanted to give you guys a quick update regarding BTC. And I told you like the rejection gonna be coming soon, and you guys can see it. Okay, you guys can see it live. The rejection, almost 150 points, 200 points rejection. So let's take a look at Ripple XRP. Ripple XRP is holding very strong. It is not dropping like as I was expecting. Like I was expecting Ripple at least to drop heavily. If BTC get rejected like 200, 300 points, I was expecting Ripple to drop down like below 28 cents or like at least 28 cents, but it is still holding strong right around this area of 4-hour 21 EMA, and we shorted right around this just about like this area of 4-hour 21 EMA, but it pumped back. Right now you can see we're getting another strong support from the 21 EMA. We have to break it and break the 50 EMA. if like Ripple drop below this 50 EMA, it'll be like a nice short opportunity to roughly around like a 25 to 26 cents. But it has to drop below this level, okay? It has to drop. Ripple is looking very strong, okay? It is looking very strong. We just need to get out of this area of 29 cents and then look for this level of 50% to 0.618. 50% to 0.618. Right now we just retested, you know, 236, 382 gonna be roughly around like a 26, and then you know, 50% pullback gonna be roughly around like a 25.5, and we talked about it yesterday on our previous live stream. So keep an eye on Ripple. Even though it is looking very strong, we just have to look, you know, for some short opportunity to the downside. If like we break this level of 30 cents, the next target, it is nothing but like a roughly around like a 32 to 33. You have to look for this, you know, top. Okay, we're most likely going to challenge this top, but as up to now, I'm still looking for Ripple to make this move. So we got this flat pullback, we got this flat correction in this level. We could make this move to the downside. Okay, this move is not going to be, most likely not going to be a nasty sell-off. It all depends, like if BTC going to be making a nasty sell-off, but Ripple could be lagging, okay, giving you some up and down, and you know, all the way down to this level. So do not like expect Ripple to make that nasty sell-off. If it does, great, but I'm not going to expect it. Okay, I'm not going to expect it. All right, so hey, right on the money. Hey, what's up, Johnny Bull? It's been a while, man. Hey, what's up, Aldo? Ciao. J Mott Foot. Man, it's been a long time, man. So let's take a look at let's take a look at Litecoin, guys. Litecoin is looking very weak, and target for Litecoin is pretty simple, guys. Litecoin is very weak. It could be making like a, it should, not could, but it should be pushing all the way up like even like a $60, but Litecoin is pretty weak. It is just giving us this flat correction, and then you could be anticipating a one-to-one extension. If that's too complicated for you, just take your fib retracement from swing low to swing high, and then you could target, it's going to be the same thing, guys. It is going to be roughly around like a 1.27 to 1.41, roughly around like a, you know, $47 to $48, depending on market volatility. We could be making another pullback. Okay, so don't sleep on Litecoin. Even like if we get to like if Litecoin drop to 48 46 level, I would at least like be careful with Litecoin. I'm not shorting Litecoin, but be careful. Okay, so let's take a look at Ethereum. Ethereum, we talked about this flat correction last night. If you guys watch our previous live stream, we said like you know, Ethereum is making a flat correction, and most likely, you know, we got this 1 2 3, okay, pullback, and then we got this let's take a look at it again. You got 1 2 3, and then you got this flat correction in this area. What can you expect after a flat correction? Trend continuation. Okay, I'm not sure what type of wave it is going to make in this area. If like if I'm going to make a falling wedge, or it's going to make a 5 wave, it doesn't matter. You know, market volatility is very high right now. You just expect like the next target for Ethereum going to be roughly around like a 157 to 161. Okay, it is a pretty heavy buffer. You can look at it. You could target either, you could target the double bottom, which is like roughly 152, and if we break this level, you could look for 140. Okay, but that's too early for Ethereum to look for like a you know, 140. Look for, you know, 0.786, which is like 160. Okay, 160 to 162, and then you could look for the double bottom and then look for, you know, 140 that. But Ethereum is pretty bearish. One-to-one extension of this move gonna take you right around the same area. Okay, it could take you right around 147. So it doesn't matter how you look at it, Ethereum is pretty bearish. Okay, it is pretty bearish, and we open up a short like right around like 172 to 174. We're still within range in our group. So let's see if Ethereum gonna give us our target down to like a low 150. Okay, low 150. So hey, what's up? I love my life. Hey, what's up, John? Thanks for tuning in. Yeah, we live, man. Don't skip work, John. Do not skip work, man. Right on money. Let's take a look at the Bitcoin Cash, guys. Bitcoin Cash, I'm not shorting it, but I love to analyze Bitcoin Cash because I keep saying it, guys. Bitcoin Cash got the got one of the easiest chart to analyze. You can see, you know, I told you, you know, when Bitcoin Cash, like last month, okay, I told you Bitcoin Cash is going to be making this move and, you know, going all the way up to this level. We did, okay. A couple of days ago, I told you Bitcoin Cash first target is like this level, okay. And if Bitcoin like wants to remain bullish, we're going to be looking for this move. And then we got this move like a 1.618 to 1.786, which is roughly around like 230 to 236. You can see, guys, okay, you can see, okay, we exactly hit our box, guys. And then we talked about this when Bitcoin Cash was like 211, guys. That's almost let's see, it is almost guys, 11% move, guys, 11% move. So, and we talked about it a couple of days, you know, back, Bitcoin Cash, even yesterday, guys, we said that Bitcoin Cash is making a flat correction within this level, within this area on the lower degree, and most likely it's going to jump back. But I'm not going to wait for it. If I was trading Bitcoin Cash, I'm just going to take profit in this area and not wait for this move, because this move is going to be very volatile and you might even lose your profit because of market volatility. So keep an eye on Bitcoin Cash. One of the easiest basically, you know, easiest chart to play with, okay, basically one of the easiest one to play with. So let's take a look at it. Exactly 1.786. You can see swing high to swing low, exactly, guys, for 1.786. so it is no lie, guys. Bitcoin Cash doesn't lie. So keep an eye on Bitcoin Cash, guys. So we basically talk about all these coins. I think the only one we haven't talked about is like EOS. Take a look at EOS. EOS is holding strong. You know, you can see our target is like roughly around like a 260, 2.6. We didn't quite get inside like this box, but we could be dropping and even like break this 0.786. This box is 0.786 pullback, okay. We could break this box and then double bottom or like come back down to like 1.27 to 1.41. 1.27 gonna be 2.2. 1.41 gonna be $2, roughly $2. So that's the medium term target for EOS. All right, so if you open up a short right around this area, you could just let it drop all the way down to $2. But make sure, okay, make sure to put your stop loss depending on your leverage size. It's not a financial advice, but you always got to be able to put your stop loss. So manage your stop loss. You don't want, I wouldn't say like a $3.20, but at least like roughly around like a $3.10 in that range, okay, $3.10. The current price is like a $2.90, okay. So if like price breakout like and like hit like a $3.10, at least you gotta get out, okay, you gotta get out. XRP, we already talked about XRP. Let's go back to BTC. Most of you guys just join in, so we're just gonna go back to talk about BTC. BTC right now 81.56 on Binance, guys. That's incredible, guys. It is incredible. And just about like a couple hours ago, guys, I send a notification. You can see in our premium member, guys, we said like that's what we got. We say, look at this, guys. That's the same move we got in this area, okay? Same move we got in this area. We got it right around this area. You know, same amount of candles, roughly around like a 4 candles, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, 16 hours, 16 hours. What can you expect? We got, you know, roughly a big dump after that. Big dump after that. You can see similar dump, okay? Same exact move. Right now, this 4-hour candle most likely going to get a support from the 50 EMA, which is roughly around like a 81.20 to 81.20 to 81.40, give or take. And you guys got to remember that number. We talked about it yesterday. That number was 382 pullback from like this level of roughly 8,300. So right now the 50 EMA on the 4-hour or the 21 EMA going to support the price. So we could be moving sideways, and most people are going to take another opportunity to short BTC, okay? If like price decides to like move sideways after we drop down to this level, and then we could get a 382 pullback to 50% pullback. It all depends on market volatility. You cannot say the exact number, but you know, and look for further sell-off, okay? Don't expect the sell-off to be like this, okay? Otherwise you're gonna get wrecked, okay? You're gonna get wrecked. BNB, let's go. John lecture BTC. So BTC guys, John, you remember you in the premium member, so you know everything I'm talking about. And guys, John is a great Fib circle guy. So if you want to learn how to do the Fib circle, make sure to join the Telegram group, the public Telegram group. He got some videos out there. He also got some charting. You're going to be able to see the Fib circle, and you're also going to be able to learn how to do it and do your own analysis based on his ideas. All right, so let's take a look at the bigger picture, guys. The 6 hour is pretty bullish, right? That's that's one of the time frame I'm kind of like don't want to talk about. But the BTC 6 hours was kind of bullish, like right around this area. I was like, oops guys, we moving below the above the 50 EMA, we're moving above the 21 EMA. It is incredibly bullish, and our target we could be looking for is nothing but like a 84. Okay, even in our group we say like watch out for 8400, and we could be retesting 8400. Sometimes you cannot deny the bulls. Just because you're bearish, it doesn't mean like you have to deny the upside. Okay, it's gonna get you wrecked. When you say like BC has to drop, and because you want BC to drop, it's not how it works, guys. Sometimes you have to acknowledge like the bulls can get some heavy momentum, and if like, because right now they didn't have any sort of challenge. All they needed is just to take it easily and ride it up. Okay, but they didn't have any challenge. Okay, so it's kind of aggressive right now to short BTC, unless you got like unless you take a look at the bigger picture. What I mean by the bigger picture, you take a look at the weekly, the 21-day chart, stuff like that, and you be like, okay, I can stay on my short because I know at least we're going to be dropping. Okay, you take a look at the weekly chart, you be like, the weekly chart is pretty bearish. You can see these candles, guys. We got this, most people like multiple candle for fractals, but you take a look at this candle, guys. It's the same exact move we making right around this area. Even if you go on a 12-hour time frame, it is the same exact move. Price been moving above the 21 EMA, break below it. I'm gonna show you the 12-hour. You can see that's the 12. That's what I circle on the weekly, and you can see it exactly. It is the same exact move how we've been moving on the 12-hour 21 EMA, break below it. 21. This yellow line is the 21 EMA. 21 EMA, break below it. 21 EMA, break below it. Attempt to push back up. We most likely, if we break this 21 EMA on a 12-hour guy, we're going down to like a 6K level. Okay, so we have to sustain this momentum. If like you're pretty bullish and you want BTC to go up to 14K, that's your last chance, guys. That's your last chance. All right, but the base has to also maintain a heavy pressure. Okay, heavy pressure. Now, John, I'm your student. I'm trying to learn the Fib circle too, man. I've been watching your I watched your video, like, but I couldn't still like get it. So maybe you need to give me a private TA. So let's take a look at the volume. The volume, guys. The volume can tell you everything you need, guys. It is incredible, guys. We talked about it yesterday in our public live stream. We said that you take a look at the 15 minutes, guys. We're gonna start off with the 15 minutes. All right, you take a look at the 15 minutes. What we said last night, okay? We said you take a look at the 15 minutes. We got this volume right around this area. That's a FOMO volume. We called it what? A FOMO volume. Why a FOMO volume? Because that's the latest volume, but that's the top of the candle. Okay, sometimes like you have to pay attention to that. When price reaches like certain level, and then the volume is very high, but price cannot sustain that momentum, it is extremely bearish. Okay, that's the highest volume we got in this area, and then you can see it like later on we got another rejection, a very engulfing candle. I can't find it, but I think that was this one. It was this one. So we got another rejection, but been moving like on the 15 minutes like a 21 EMA, but couldn't break it. But you go to the 30 minutes time frame. On the 30 minutes, you can see like we got a shooting star. Okay, but people did not pay attention to the shooting star, big volume shooting star. You take a look at the 45 minutes. you get 45 minutes, you got an engulfing. It's not engulfing, but it is almost like 60% of the previous body candle. That's pretty bearish, guys. That's pretty bearish. But you know, at the same time, the 45 minutes was kind of bullish because the volume wasn't big, but the candle is big. So I was like, okay, the bulls still got a chance on the 45 minutes. But I was like, let's take a look at the hourly. You take a look at the hourly, guys. We said last night we at least gonna retest 50% of this week. Okay, we're gonna retest 50% of this week. All right, okay, that's what we said, right? And exactly, guys, look at what we retested it. We couldn't close above it. Okay, with this we closed only once above it. Okay, once above it, 50% of this candle. And that's exactly what we said, right? You can see 50% of this candle, right? Just a week, guys, just a week. You can see it, guys. We could not close above it, and we talked about this, guys, almost over 12 hours ago. Okay, 12 hours ago, BTC price was right around this area, and then we said like we're gonna retest at least 82, 86. Okay, rough around like 82, 86, and that's exactly what we did. Price pumped to like 83.30, could not sustain the big pressure. Okay, could not sustain the big pressure. Right now on the hourly, we dropped below the 50 EMA. The 21 EMA, next support 50 EMA. Okay, next support 50 EMA, which is the same support you're looking at on the 4-hour time frame. Okay, same support. If you switch it, it's still going to be the same support. You can see nice confluence, the 50 EMA and then the 50 EMA on the 4-hour and the 50 EMA on the hourly is the same price action. It's the same price. So it is a nice confluence you want to pay attention to. You see, guys? So it's not a secret, guys. It's not a secret. It's not a secret. So guys, if you want me to talk about any other coins, let me know. But we talked about our favorite 5-6 coins, Ethereum, Litecoin, Bitcoin Cash, EOS, of course Ripple XRP, and the King BTC. So if you have any alt you want to talk about, we can talk about it really quick. Otherwise, we take a look at BTC on the bigger picture. Most of you guys haven't seen like our big projection about BTC going to 1800. I know it is too soon to talk about 1800, but make sure to go watch that video, and you're gonna understand what I'm telling you. All right, but just to give you a quick recap. All right, just to give you a quick recap. Excuse me one second. Okay, just to give you a quick recap, you can see like if you take a look at the and by the way, John mentioned this fib retracement. Okay, that's a log scale. If you don't do it log scale, you're not going to be able to do it. Okay, first of all, go to your when you go to your chart, look at this right corner, click on the log scale. All right, so you have to have, most of you guys know how to do a log scale, but when you put your fib retracement, you make sure to double click on it. Right, and go to the setting, go to like check this mark. Okay, this box right here, check it. If you don't check it, you're not going to get it on log scale. It's just going to be like basically your chart, right? So okay, it's just going to be basically like your chart. So basically like the regular chart. So basically like you know, your regular chart. Excuse me, somebody was opening the door. So you want to make sure to check it basically, right? Check it, you got it. All right, so you take a look at it. BTC dropped down from this fib retracement tool from 150 to 20,000. You can see 382 was exactly what, 3100, and 236 was exactly what, was exactly 6,000 level. Why BTC respected these two fib levels? Okay, so you have to understand, if like we break 3,000 level, we don't have any other fib level to pay attention to but 50%. Okay, and 50%, it is kind of scary because it is exactly at 1700, 1704, depending how you draw your fib retracement tool. Okay, depending at what price level you're going to put it. If you're going to put it exactly at 150 and exactly at 20,000. Okay, but it is too early to be picky about these you know, 1800 or 1700, but 50% pullback going to be at, you know, roughly 1800. So LTC BTC. So let's take a look at LTC BTC. LTC BTC is pretty nasty, guys. You take a look at the you shouldn't be bullish on LTC BTC at all, guys. I wouldn't even be touching LTC BTC. That's the that's a, you know, I think that's roughly, that's Binance chart. You can see like how nasty it looks, guys. That's not a weekly chart. That's like the 21-day chart. So every candle represents 21 days. Okay, every candle represents 21 days. So nothing bullish about BTC. You can see we broke this level of you know, major support. You know, try to push back up for like a 3 weeks, go back up and retest it, and you can see like we could not even, like, you know, close above it. Okay, we could not close above it. So LTC is basically very bearish. Okay, it is very bearish in terms of like versus BTC and versus the dollar. So let's take a look at the daily. When you take a look at the daily time frame, you could argue like, oh, the daily is bottoming and it is making a sort of triangle, and we could be pushing to the upside. Let's take a look at this triangle we could be forming. I haven't taken a look at LTC BTC forever. Okay, so a big breakout is coming for LTC BTC, but the big question is, like, you know, which way we're gonna go. Okay, which way we're gonna go. So the major, you know, the one of the major things you have to pay attention is like the volume. You have to pay attention to your volume. Your volume is decreasing and price is making a breakout formation. So I wouldn't touch like LTC BTC if you like just, if you like basically just accumulating BTC, maybe. But if you just accumulating dollar, I would just stay on the sideline, because I know LTC gonna drop down to like a 46 to 45. Okay, and BTC gonna drop. Okay, so BTC could be dropping. So what can you expect? LTC has to drop. Okay, if LTC loses value, its dollar value, and loses like and BTC gonna lose its dollar value, of course, right? What I mean dollar value, BTC doesn't lose BTC value, right? So most likely LTC gonna drop down. And where can you expect a pullback to? You could just expect a pullback to 1.27 to 1.41. Okay, that's my favorite two favorite fib retracements. Okay, not even the golden ratio. So you could be anticipating LTC to drop down to like a 0.056. Current price of a LTC is like 0.066. Okay, that's what, let's take a look at it, over like almost 15-20%, right? Okay, that's 15% drop. Okay, so versus BTC. All right, that's not good at all. Okay, that's not good at all. I mean, if you bearish, that's great, but if you bullish, it's not good at all. All right. Okay, I'm gonna take a look at QDM for John, and then we're gonna take a look at ADA. QDM USD. Let's take a look at the USD. Okay. QDM John, like I told you, when QDM was all the way up here, I think like it was a while back, and I was telling you that QDM gonna drop and make this double bottom. Right now we're making the double bottom, and I think a couple of weeks ago we talked about QDM like could be getting this pullback, but this pullback is not going to be a you know, basically a go to the moon pullback. So this double bottom, okay, sometimes I don't like to short a coin when we're double bottoming, but since BTC is bearish and most likely QDM going to lose some value versus BTC. That's not even like technical analysis, it's just like speculation, right? QDM most likely going to lose value versus BTC, and then therefore you know, QDM has to drop. Okay, it has to drop. All right, so let's take a look at the lower time frame. Okay, on the lower time frame, you could be saying like we could make three-wave move. Okay, this is a three-wave move. Even though I'm bearish, we could make this wave up to like even $2 again before dropping, get this flat correction before, you know, coming back to retest it, maybe push back and drop. But it is pretty bearish. Okay, it is pretty bearish. Or we can just drop back down to like this support line before, you know, making this flat correction. Okay, this flat correction, it doesn't matter how you know, QDM gonna make it, but it is gonna be we could anticipate a flat correction. So I don't expect like QDM to get a nasty sell-off. So it could be lagging behind other coins like Litecoin. If Litecoin drop down to you know, 46, you might see QDM drop like maybe to a 150 or stuff like that. Okay, but look for this double bottom, a possible push to the upside again. Okay, a double bottom, a push to the upside again. So let's take a look at ADA. Let's take a look at ADA. I think we talked about ADA a couple of days ago. When you take a look at ADA, we're looking for it to make like another 3-wave move pullback. We talked about it like a couple of days ago, and it is actually making this wave. We said like that's exactly what we said, right? We say sometime you're gonna get a let's say you get a 3-wave pullback, okay? Let's just call it ABC, okay? ABC, right? Sometime your B wave can be a flat correction, just like what I'm expecting a QDM to make, or sometime your B wave can be a zigzag, okay? It can be like this. So you don't know which one it is going to be, but we anticipated like ADA to make this flat correction, and it's going to make this zigzag to the downside. So let me just zoom it in so you can see it, okay? That's what we exactly said. All right, so it is just random, you guys bring it up, but we made this flat correction. That's exactly what we said, and then we said we're going to get this drop, and then we're going to get the pullback before dropping. Whatever happened in between these waves is just noise. It could be 5 waves or clean 5 wave or clean 3 wave, blah blah blah, but it is just going to be noise. But you just have to expect like the bigger wave going to be like ABC correction, okay? And we could be looking for a double bottom, and once we get this double bottom versus BTC, we could be expecting ADA to go to the moon. I'm just exaggerating, go to the moon, but we're going to get another pullback, okay? This pullback could be like a Bitcoin Cash, like the type of pullback Bitcoin Cash made. It could be 0.618 or 0.786. It all depends, all right? But you at least going to be bullish on ADA once ADA gets to like a 400 sats, 400 to 380 in that level. You could be bullish again and look for another 20 to 30% move, all right? So let's see this area to 0.618. Sometime price range doesn't just want to work. So but basically it is going to be roughly around like 10 to 20%, okay? 10 to 20% after we retrace down to 400 to 380 sats in that range, okay? So current price of 88,475, okay? That's another that's already like a 20% drop before you can expect another 15 to 15% push. 5,900 or bust. Hey, what's up? Hey, Sam, we hit. Thanks for tuning in, man. Make sure to hit the like and subscribe, and make sure to join our public Telegram group. All right. What's up, Adam? ABCDEF. Any thought on Chainlinks? Chainlinks, we talked about it yesterday. We said like a Chainlink gonna be dropping, and we called for a drop when Chainlink was like I think $3, right? When Chainlink was right around this area, we called for the drop. So you can see Chainlink is still attempting to push higher. All right, it's still attempting to push higher, and we talked about it on the lower degree. It's just a flat correction. Once we get this flat correction, you just don't know how high it is gonna go, right? It could attempt to break this level. All right, it could attempt, but it is just gonna be an expanded flat, and you're gonna get this move. Okay, that's what we said, but it is a little bit expanded. It is okay. It is a little bit expanded, but we said we're gonna be making this move. All right, so it could go a lot higher. Okay, it could make this move and push back up. Just get this move, and then you're gonna get your correction, a further sell-off. All right, because sometimes like market volatility don't give you like the waves the way you need it. So it is it is what it is, but you just have to understand what you're doing. All right, so let's take a look at Link BTC. Okay, Link BTC similar move, basically versus the dollar. So we got this 3-wave move pullback. Okay, it is a 3-wave move. After a 3-wave move, guys, what can you expect? You have to expect like a reversal. Okay, this move can be 5, can be 3, but it is going to be a reversal, and we most likely gonna retest. Okay, we most likely gonna retest like right around this area. So that's a 0.786 pullback in this level. Okay, that's what you're saying, 0.786 pullback. Another move to the upside. we're gonna drop down to this level, you know, break this low of like a 28,000 roughly, right? I think like 28,000, right? Yes, 28,000, and then could be looking for like a 25,000 or even like a 22,000, okay, versus BTC. So I would be at least looking for roughly 25.5, okay, 25,005, okay, 25.5, roughly around this area. So for link. So what are we expecting from BTC is like nothing but further drop, guys. We talked about it. Somebody asked, J-Mart asked about BNB. Let's take a look at BNB BTC first. J-Mart. Okay, BNB BTC, guys. Let's see. That's a 4 hour. It is kind of tricky. You could say like you got 5 wave, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and you could possibly get another pullback. The pullback, this pullback is most likely 382. Let's double check it. I mean 236. Let's double check. I'm gonna take a look at BNB BTC forever. Okay, that's exactly 236, right? So next we most likely gonna get a pullback. Okay, we most likely gonna get a pullback. So I don't see like a BNB dropping all the way down to like a 382 on versus BTC. So it means when BTC is dropping, BNB gonna hold strong, so it's not gonna drop nastily. So it could be gaining ground versus BTC and pull back to like a, you know, 50% to 0.618, which is roughly around like a 22,900 before retesting this 382. So this 382 gonna be very important, because if 382 holds, we most likely gonna push back up. Okay, most likely going to push back up to like the previous fib level, which is like 236 on BTC volume, which is like 22,000, right? I mean, not 22,000, but 21,956. You know, if this area holds, guys, we most likely going to the moon. Okay, if it, I mean, not hold, but you know, doesn't hold, right? That's what I mean, doesn't hold. We most likely, you know, going further to the upside versus BTC. All right, so basically, next areas to pay attention, just to recap it for BNB. Right now we are 236, right below the 50 EMA. We're about to get crossover between the 50 and then the 21. That's not bullish at all, but we could still get this reversal before retesting this area, which is going to be like a ABC correction, and then we could get another ABC correction. If this one fails, we're most likely going to drop down to 50%. All right, so you're going to get your WXY, and after a WXY we could anticipate a further push to the upside, right? But either way you look at it, we're going to get a we could be anticipating another push from BNB. Okay, BNB, okay, Binance coin. So let's take a look at BNB USD. I'm going to take a look at BTC again for you. I love my life, Paul. BNB BTC, it is kind of tricky a little bit on the dollar value. Like we said, on the BTC value, we could be expecting like BNB to gain some get some massive gain versus BTC. So, but on the dollar value, it is making a you know, a triangle in this area, and we're most likely going to break it, and volatility gonna be very, very high very soon. Okay, so but what can we expect, at least for the short term, for the bearish momentum? We could expect, you know, BNB that's 236 also on the dollar value to retrace down to like a $17, which is like 382 pullback. Okay, so that's the next level we could be anticipating for, you know, BNB at least to retrace to. Okay, which is like a $17. Okay, $17, because at the same time you got a clean 5 waves, just like the BTC value. Okay, you got this you know, a nice pullback in this area, but this wave is not 3 wave. It is not a correction that you wanna count. Okay, I mean, but it is not a it doesn't look like a ABC correction, so it's just a another pullback, a sideways correction with a triangle. So we just count it as a triangle, not to spend too much time like counting 1 2 3 4 5, right? But it is a triangle, most likely it's gonna break to the downside. All right, no volume at all. We got a 4 more volume just like BTC on the 15 minutes, like I showed you. That's the biggest volume, and we got it at the top. That's pretty bearish. Okay, that's pretty bearish, just like BTC, guys, just like BTC. So next level to look for, you know, BNB is like $17 at least for the short term. Okay, so let's go back to BTC. It is pumping back up, like we said, right? Don't expect the drop to be nasty, and then we're gonna be dropping all the way down to 6K. Okay, we're most likely gonna get another pullback. All right, most likely gonna get this pullback. Okay, so it could be very boring. We could get this channel, you know, in this area. It could be a channel, triangle, whatever, but we could pull back just like these moves, guys, just like these moves. So you can see like we got this nasty drop, and then we got this 3-wave move pullback before we continue the downtrend. Okay, and then we got another one just about this area. We got this pull, you know, nice sell off. We got this 3-wave move pullback, a drop the downside. You know, we got this 3-wave move pullback before, you know, going further up. All right, so it could be the same pattern, at least for the short term, So let me take a look at the chat room, see if you guys have any question. Otherwise we just call it a day. Hopefully you guys you know, enjoying the BTC drop and buying cheaper BTC. So let's take a look at the hourly. The hourly, we talked about it already. I love my life. I know you just joined in, but if you watch our previous live stream, you know exactly we talked about, like we got a shooting star, and this move, it's not something you want to mess with. It came exactly after a big volume. Okay, the previous volume was heavy. After that, you know, we got a rejection, but the rejection, it wasn't like enough volume, so BTC like beat the previous volume with like a very full body candle. This type of candle gonna scare you out. Okay, it's gonna make you, you know, lose all your money. And then, but you can take a look at the very next candle, you know, very scary. Okay, so I was like, okay, let's be careful. We got a shooting star, you know, followed by another, you know, bearish candle. You can see in this area we got a tweezer. I was like, okay guys, we don't need to do anything. Let's just, you know, short it as it goes, and then most likely it's gonna lose momentum at some point. It's not gonna go all the way up to 14K, 20K. So you don't need to chase it. All you have to do is just stop it. Okay, that's all you have to do. And then we did that exactly. You can see right now we're moving below the 21 EMA on the 1 hour. Okay, we're moving below the 21 EMA on the 1 hour, and we already talked about it. This 50 EMA on the hourly, it is a confluence with the 4 hour 50 EMA. If I switch it to 4 hour, it is going to be the same price. Okay, you can see this this green circle. It is a 50 EMA on the hourly. If I switch it back to the hourly, you can see that's the same move. All right, so if I make it bigger, you can see it. All right, you can see it better. So we're most likely going to retest this 50 EMA, which is like 81.35. okay, 81.35 on the 4 hour, or even on the hourly. It doesn't matter which one you use. So you're welcome. Tron, what's up? Van Crypto, make sure to hit the like, subscribe, and make sure to join the public Telegram group if you haven't done so. Haven't seen your name in the chat room yet, Van. So let's take a look at Tron. Tron, I used to like Tron back in March, December to March, through March, and but Tron been lagging behind, so I haven't been talking about Tron like recently, but it got a nice pump. Okay, it got a nice pump. So let's take a look at the 21-day candle. So we've been pumping like the last 6 weeks. So that's the 21-day candle. Okay, that's like almost 42 days, right? So we've been pumping like over a month. But you take a look at the volume for Tron. Even though we're getting big candles, the volume is very low. So I wouldn't be too bullish on even though we're getting like these two bullish candle on the 21-day candles, I wouldn't be too bullish on Tron. Okay, let's take a look at the daily. If you take a look at the daily, I would be anticipating a at least the next fib level from this area of like 500 sats, roughly 474. Would be anticipating like some 382 pullback at least, at the most, not at least. Okay, right now we are getting rejected from 236. Okay, we're getting rejected from 236 and we're getting support from the 211 EMA. So it is a good sign, at least for the short term, but we need to hold strong in this level. Otherwise, we're going to be double bottoming. If like we're not going to double bottom, if you're bullish on Tron, the next area to look for is like the 382 level, which is like 262, and it is very probable Tron can push to 362. It's basically going to drop 30%, stuff like that, right? So you can expect like Tron to maintain some bullishness and then push like up like 40% versus BTC. So let's see if Tron gonna be able to do it. But as up to now, on the lower degree is bullish, but on the higher degree it is bearish. Okay, on the higher degree we don't have any setup right now, and I don't think like we're gonna make a basically a vertical move all the way up on the 21-day candle, because every single candle represents 21 days. That's how bearish it looks, guys. So that's how bearish it looks. Every single candle is 21 days. You can see it. We've been dropping since what? Since like the first week of January, guys. January 1st, guys. So actually January 22nd. Okay, that's when we started this 21-day candle, and we've been dropping since like a January. That's the first two bullish candle we got this year on the 21 candle. So it is very important to look at the bigger picture. Sometimes when you take a look at the weekly, you can get some bullishness, but it's not enough. Okay, it's not enough. You can see you could be bullish and thinking like we're going to the moon. If you don't understand what's going on right around this area, you knew like we're gonna break this area. Okay, you could have like said, oops, we're gonna break this 300 level, and then that's it. Okay, and that's it. All right. So it was a major support we broke, so it's not something like we're gonna break again easily. Okay, it's not something we're gonna break easily. The 21 EMA on a daily right around like a 236, so that's the next challenge also to pay attention to. Okay, if you don't want to pay attention to the 236 pullback on a daily, pay attention to the 21 weekly EMA. That's a previous rejection right around this area. Okay, right around this area, right? So but as soon as we got this rejection from Tron, like a 543, I remember exactly Tron, guys. 543, I gave up. Okay, I gave up on Tron. In terms of like it's gonna drop, that's what I mean. I knew it's gonna be dropping, because 543 was like roughly around like 0.618 if I remember well. Okay, it was exactly like a roughly 0.618. Okay, roughly 0.618 in this level. Okay, so as soon as we broke it, I was like 0.786 most likely not gonna hold, and I don't think this double bottom gonna take us anywhere, and it didn't. Okay, it didn't. We just broke it, and looking for roughly around like a 1.27 to 1.41 gonna be the next level. Okay, after this after we break like a 136. Okay, which is roughly around like a 100 sats to 20 sats. It's a big gap, but it's a big gap. Okay, it's a big gap, but right now you don't want to focus on it. Just focus on this 21 EMA, okay, which is 236. After that rejection, then you can focus like on 100 sats, which is going to be another 50% drop. Okay, it's going to be a 50% drop. Good accumulation price for BTC, guys. It all depends, guys, what you're looking for. If you're looking to if you're looking to hold BTC like for 5 to 10 years, guys, it doesn't matter what you buy it from. Okay, like Crypto says, it's gonna go like to 5 to 10 million, right? So it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter where you buy it from. But if you swing trading like for like a 3 to 6 months, stuff like that, I think like a 5 to 6K level should be okay, right? To start buying, like every time BTC drop 5 to 10%, you buy it. But at least 5 to 6K could be a nice accumulation area. If it drop after that, whenever it drop, you know, 10%, 5 to 10%, you accumulate more. So instead of accumulating every day, just wait till it drops like 5 to 10%, you accumulate. All right, so I think like most people do that strategy, so you don't have to worry much. Okay, you don't have to worry much. And you take a look at it, right? 5 to right now BTC dropped to like a 6K level. You know, it's gonna be roughly let's say 57. Okay, it's gonna be a 30% drop. Let's say you're holding some BTC right now, you're holding like, well, let's say 100 BTC, right? If it dropped to like a 5500, you're gonna get 130 BTC. Okay, you could start accumulating just with your profit, those 30 BTC. You could just buy it back at 5500, right? And then, you know, every time BTC drop another 5%, you just put your accumulation orders in these areas. Okay, every time BTC drop 10%, you buy more. Okay, so you're never gonna run out of money because you're buying 10% of your also you're just buying like 10 to 5% of your funds, so you're never gonna run out of money. Okay, basically what I mean is like, let's say you got like 100 BTC left, you know, at 5K you buy 10 BTC again, you know, at another, let's say 4600, you buy 9 BTC, you know, at 4200 you buy another 8 BTC, something like that, right? So you get the concept. Okay, you get the concept. Man, like I said, guys, I don't expect the drop to be nasty. Okay, don't expect the drop to be nasty. The volume is already incredible. It is showing you guys you're not going anywhere. If you're pretty much very bullish, be careful. Okay, be careful. You don't expect like a nasty sell-off. You're gonna get wrecked because we still can make this move, a pullback to 50% to 0.618. I'm repeating it again. Okay, we could pull back up like get a pullback to like 8250, up to 8250. So be careful. Okay, if you are swing trading, or you like day trading, or you're scalping, you gotta know what you're doing. All right. So, but if you're looking for the long term, guys, target is like the medium term target. It is going to be roughly around like a 76 to 77 in this area, the medium term. Okay, just to get a stop. Okay, just to get a stop and make another corrective move. Okay, we're going to make this corrective move. It could be a triangle, it could be a it could be a three-way move. It doesn't matter, but it's going to make some corrective move in this area before we drop. All right, so, and we talked about all of these stuff, guys, in the private group. We said exactly right around 8800 when we got this rejection. We said be careful. Once we drop down to these levels, like 78 to a 77, we're gonna make a three-way move pullback. Okay, this pullback gonna be a big question because we don't know if it's gonna be all the way up to like a 0.786, or we're gonna get rejection from 0.618, and we got rejection roughly around like a 0.618, I believe, right? So let's double check it. Okay, we got rejection roughly around 50% to 0.618. That's exactly where we got rejection from. So, and we talked about this stuff like, guys, like over 10 days ago. Okay, 10 days ago. So over 10. Hey, what's up, Andrew? 30-minute candle on BTC. On BTC. Okay, we already talked about the 30-minute candle. Pretty much it's a heavy heavy correction. You know, it looks better on the Heikin-Ashi. Let's take a look at the Heikin-Ashi. You can see the Heikin-Ashi. If you watch our previous live stream, we said keep an eye on this a possible big wick, big tail, small body. You can see it, possible wick, because that's the only way we can get a rejection. I didn't see like any way like BTC could get a rejection, because I didn't believe like the rejection could be like just a straight drop. Okay, just a straight drop. So we got a similar move like right around where 8800, guys. Can you see it? And I told you guys we're gonna be getting this move again. You can see this big tail, big wick. Ignore the bullish candle, just this one. Okay, just that one. All right, so you go back to our current candle. You can see we got the similar move, guys. Okay, Similar move, guys, similar move. All right, exact move. All right, so it is incredible, guys, but the only thing you need to worry about right now is like the volume is decreasing, price is decreasing. Most likely we could get this move, right? Some bullish candle for the next, you know, a few hours before making this move, because the volume has to wake up. It cannot drop. Okay, and we already got a exhaust. This volume is very heavy, and I don't think we're gonna get it again in this area. So a possible push to the upside to a break like 82.20 is more probable than a further drop. But it doesn't matter how you look at it. It's just gonna be some noise. It doesn't matter how you look at it. It's just gonna be noise. It's just, you know, most likely gonna retest 77 to 76. Okay, in this level. Okay, just about this area. Hey, Andrew. So if you guys don't have any question, we can just call it a day. I'm trying to give you the best analysis possible. But if you guys don't want to talk about any other coins, we already talked about Ripple XRP. I know you guys love Ripples, but and I don't think any of you guys want to be shorting Ripple, right? Because you might wake up and Ripple gonna go to $50, right? So you don't want to short Ripple. You gotta be careful, right? So, and you don't want to miss that. So yep, Ripple just need to give up this channel, man. If like we get a nice chance for Ripple to break this channel, man, it's gonna be a nice accumulation for Ripple, guys, before you know, a possible either pullback or a possible move to the upside, right? So but this channel, we have to give it up. Okay, we have to give up this channel and then look for some retracement down to this level. Okay, look for some retracement. Okay, shorting big time. Okay, be careful now. Be careful, guys. Be careful shorting Ripple. So this 50% to 0.618 level, this area, you know, we need to pay attention to it. Okay, we need to pay attention to it. That's the next level I'm looking for Ripple. Been on a short on Ripples like for 4 days right now, or 5 days, since like almost the 16-15 when we broke this 4-hour, you know, 2-on-1 EMA. Ripple gave us this pullback. So, but it, you know, it is coming back. It came back, retested. I just stayed in. It pulled back up. You know, just got a stop loss at 31 cents, and because if we break 31, we could, you know, retest like, you know, 32 to 33. But I just don't want to wait that long. So thanks a lot. I love my life. Thanks a lot, guys. So hopefully most of you guys know how to use the fib retracement and all of that, because it is basically like fundamental for you to know how to use fib retracement, understand like you know, support and resistance. It is very important. Most of the time I don't use it, but I can look at the chart and understand it. Like, you know, I can just take a look at the chart and understand like where the 50% gonna be at and stuff like that. Don't have to like you know, basically use fib retracement. I can just do this and look at it and anticipate like where we could be dropping. So you just have to practice your eyes to understand the chart and understand like all these moves, and understand like why coins should be dropping, or you know, where could we be heading to, at least, you know, in a shorter term. This pattern also very important. You know, you have to recognize, especially on BTC, that's a signature move for BTC. It's very bearish move. Okay, most of the time you can see it on BTC, and that's what Ripple is making also on the lower degree. In this level you can see it. If and I talked about it in the premium member, and I told them like, look at it. Okay, we could be making this move in this area. Okay, for Ripple we could be making this sort of W, and then before dropping. Okay, it could push higher and retest like a 30 cents before dropping, but overall the pattern is building up for some selling pressure. Okay, we're gonna get some we could most likely gonna get some selling pressure. All right, so if I was sure, I wouldn't put a stop loss, but you know, with a high probability, we're gonna get a selling pressure. But if like we push it upside, get stopped out, it could be a fake out. But just to be sure, I don't want to wait for 33, 34, 37 cents, right? Sitting on some shorts, all right? So Binance, BTC USDT. We talked about BTC USDT on Binance. It's the same thing, guys. It's the same thing. It's the same thing. Oops. Okay, I'm seeing something different now. on the 6 hour, that's the thing with the 6 hour. Okay, it is giving us this move out. The 6 hours is extremely bullish. It is telling us we could be making this flat correction all the way up to 88, right? So before dropping. So let's see it. We just have to be very careful now, guys. I didn't see this one. So on the 6 hour, on the Hacking Ash, even though we got big tail, big wick, small body, we have to continue the downtrend. Otherwise, you know, we could be retesting this level. Okay, even though I'm bearish, okay, we could make this, but we have to continue the downtrend. On the 6 hour, it is pretty bad. It is pretty bullish. Okay, it is pretty bullish. It is pretty bullish because you could get this flat correction, right? You could get this, you know, squarey pattern, and then look for this one. But overall, like on the lower degree, we're extremely bearish. So let's see if we're going to be able to break 8100 and then drop to a 76, 77. That's the only way we can avoid this flat correction. That's the only way we can avoid this flat correction. I hate the 6 hour chart. It is so accurate sometimes. I don't want to look at it. I don't want to look at it. So not again. but we have to be very careful, guys. So we have to be very careful, even though I'm extremely bearish. So you just have to be you have to, if you see it, you have to say it, guys. One of the things is like you cannot be bullish or bearish and ignore all the other, you know, bullish or bearish setups. Okay, you cannot do that. All right, that's a bullish setup. I mean, it's a bearish setup, but since you're leveraging, right, basically going up to 8800 is not good for you. Okay, but if you just, you know, you don't care, you just accumulate and you just wait till BTC drop again, you buy it. All right, but since you guys doing 10x, 30x, 50x's, it's not going to be easy for you to look at BTC go all the way up to 88. Okay, it's not going to be easy. It's not going to be easy. But that's only on the 6 hour, you know, and on the Hacking Ash. But on the, you know, on the 4 hour, you know, it's not showing that type of pattern. Okay, that type of pattern. Okay, by that time we're going to make a decision if like we're going to make this U-turn and get this you know, 3-wave move, like which is going to be 1, 2, 3. We're going to make a decision if like we're going to get out right around like a 8k or so, right, and then let it ride it up to 8800. But we will see. We will see. We will see. Please not again. All right, guys, thank you for watching, man.